This new tow plow, I mean, it's pretty neat. I heard you talking about it a bit yesterday. Tell us the benefits and how you've employed it already.
Yeah, we've had it out before, but yesterday was the day we really were able to see how it really worked. And it was quite impressive. I was running up over on Route 12 and also on 49. And, again, you have one driver with the tow, and he clears pretty much 2 lanes of traffic plus a shoulder, and then we have another truck following behind which does the other shoulder. So especially in an instance like that where you're having that kind of snowfall,
the constant,
it gives them a great opportunity to get there, clean it quick, and then come back around and hit it again.
I know how important that is when you can just make maybe 1 or 2 passes instead of the 4 or 5 passes it will take.
That's correct. And, it frees up another guy to go ahead and do all the ramps and stuff, too. So.
Now, are all your drivers qualified to run this new snowplow or not?
No, they're still in training. Actually, because we haven't had a lot of snow, they were out there practicing up at the old airport, United County Airport. But like I said, there's nothing like, getting on-the-job experience with snow on the ground. So,
sure.
Pretty soon, everybody should be right up to where they should be.
It's interesting. We take it for granted that you guys need practice, and there are places to go when you guys need practice like that at airports and other places where it's wide open, I suppose.
Yeah. Like I said, there's nothing like being on the road. I know the guys, once they were up at the airport practicing after they actually ran their beats with dry runs. But again, there's nothing like being able to put the plow down on the ground and go.
And how is this piece of equipment different maybe for a driver? I know that it's able to extend out and maybe in, and can you even angle this piece of equipment, the new tow behind?
Yeah, there's a hydraulic lever on it. And it's amazing. It's such a big piece of machinery, but how quick it moves back and forth.
Yeah.
And like I said, they do a great job with it. It's a great tool that we have.
Any concerns for drivers out there on the roadway, sharing the roadway with the plow guys? I know always have to be conscious and let them get by and do their job, but anything that you guys are really aware of?
There's always that. We've had reports that people try to pass the plows, and these guys have a very challenging job, especially in bad weather conditions. And it's very difficult to see around in a plow. Again, I was out with them last night, and it's unfortunate that you get people that want to pass. And the safest place to be is behind the plow, where the roads are plowed and there's salt on the ground.
Right.
And again, if you run into the plows, I know it may take you a little bit more time, but just give them some time and they'll get you to where you want to go.
Definitely.
New York's Governor Cuomo had allocated $50 million for some of this new winter storm equipment, which I guess includes the 62 state-of-the-art tow plows. How many of them in this area, and how are they distributed around the state?
Yeah, we have 3 in this region. One in Herkimer, which does 5S between Herkimer and Utica.
Right.
We have one here at Oneida East on Route 12, and then another one out in Oneida West in the Rome facility.
And then the rest of them in Buffalo, Rochester, just scattered around, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Is this something new to you that just popped up, or were you aware that they were trying to develop something along this line?
It was my understanding last year they used them out on 81 in the Syracuse region.
Sure.
They tested them, and they had a lot of people liked it, and then they decided to go with it.
So does this hook up to a normal plow truck or a normal dump type truck?
Yep, exactly. It hooks up right to one of our standard dump trucks and plow trucks, and it's towed behind. It also has salt, and so it plows and salts.
Look at that.
So yeah, it's a pretty unique
one-stop shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they too big to be utilized in places like Manhattan?
Yeah. They're usually used for freeways. Like 49, 5S, 12. 81 interstates like that. That's where they really do their job.
Dave, this is a piece of equipment you wouldn't want to go inside of your garage to plow it out.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier on the show, the differences between commercial plowing and residential plowing as well. The folks that were able to get this secured, Matt Driscoll, the New York State Department of Transportation Commissioner, making that announcement about these brand new state-of-the-art plows. And I wonder if other states of the union have them as well. I know Vermont, New Hampshire, they get a lot of snowfall as well, but I don't think they have the resources that we do in New York State to have this type of equipment. Do they? Do you have any idea?
I know other states do have them. We're not the first state to get them. I'm not sure exactly which ones those are, but I know they have been used before in other states.
Talking to Jim Piccola from the DOT on the Talk of the Town. If you have any questions for him, feel free. Our number is 624-0870. You can also text us at 623-0373.
This is interesting, Jim. I know, luckily this year we haven't had too bad of a winter, and you guys would run into situations maybe when we have those tougher winters, budget restraints where you're using that extra amount of salt that wasn't allocated for, or you're getting out there and the guys got overtime. But with a piece of equipment like this, I think it's neat to note that you guys are using the same amount of fuel because you're able to, or not extra fuel, and you're able to clear more of the roadway because you're able to just latch this piece of equipment on to an existing vehicle, and you don't have to use extra fuel. So that must be a cost saving.
I'm surprised at that, Jay, because you're adding extra weight to the vehicle that doesn't require extra fuel.
Well, I'm sure that there is a little bit of, because you are pulling this heavy tow plow.
Burning a little extra.
But it's not like having two trucks on the road.
Right.
So there is a savings there.
Yeah. And I know it's probably tough this year, but you think you're going to see that? Are you guys forecasting that it's going to be upper hand for you?
Because these are in their infancy, the numbers will come back and we'll start collecting data on them. But like I said, the guys, they really seem to like them, and as they get more proficient in it, they're definitely, we're going to find different uses, and we'll get good at it.
Anything you want to tell the public out there? I know that you're still continuing work there with the north-south arterial. I know that could be a little maybe tougher to clear out, and maybe for travel for folks going back and forth. Any concerns you want to let the public know about?
Yeah, we have a travel advisor out for the last few nights where we've been doing night work, and but we assessed the project last night, and the roads, the guys were plowing all day, and to put up a lane closure in that type of weather, it's too risky for the traveling public and also for the workers. So again, tonight we're supposed to go again, but we'll assess it and we'll go from there.
All right, Jim, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Oh, there, I said it again. Darn it.
Can I ask one question? Because we had this floating around. I know this was before the snowfall, but folks out in the North Utica and the Deerfield area saying they're hearing some weird noises at night, maybe coming, from this area here, the north-south arterial, and it's been equated to possibly some work. Is that might be the case?
Yeah, that is true. We have an impact hammer out there, demoing the actual bridge deck, the old bridge deck, and some nights you can definitely hear it carry. So,
and nighttime's the best time for you guys to get out there.
Again, to minimize the impacts to the traveling public when we shut down the roads or the lanes. Again, we're hoping to have this work done within the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then everything will be done during the day.
So no odd life forms coming that you know of to Central New York, Jimmy.
No,
right?
none that I know.
Happy plowing out there.